Alright, here we go. Finally got my 20-tooth pinion, and I'm going to try 19.5 inserts, engine mount inserts, just to keep the, or just to get the mesh a bit tighter than stock. I find stock a little bit loose. Mate Steve does this, says it works. I'll give it a go. That's way out. It's way. I did have issues, I don't know why, with this gear being too far forward. I might have to have another shot at this one. This one doesn't seem quite right as well. So I might have another shot at that one to make it right. But this one seems good this way, but just not mesh way. So we'll get onto that now, and hopefully we might be able to get this started today. That'd be awesome. Another thing I want to talk about as well is I've got a new radio. This came up cheap as. The one that I normally use is the GT3, FSGT3B. It's been very good. Can't complain. Sort of. But I do find where I go at the moment, the range, it sort of seems to cut in and out a lot. You lose a bit of steering, you lose a bit of throttle. You're wondering, is it something wrong with the receiver, something wrong with the servos? And then these came up, and I've wanted to buy these for a little bit, but me being a tight ass, never went ahead with it because the other ones are sort of okay. But this came up at a cheap price. The thing was only used like once or twice or something. I don't know if the guy didn't like it or whatever, but I'm going to try it out. And the reason I want to try this one out over the other one is the range on this is awesome, like 5 times better than this radio from what I've seen on YouTube. This is a way to go for range if you got range issues. A bonus out of this one is a 6-channel. So I know if you wanted to put lights on this one, which is only a 3-channel, you had to split the steering, or you had to split the kill switch, whereas this one, you no longer have to do that. So hopefully it feels good, it responds well, and we'll be fitting that up as well and seeing how that goes. Alright, let's get cracking. Alright, now that's how it should be. Good mesh. It went in easy. It's a little bit out. I don't know why that is, but that's the best I can do. Lines up underneath, lines up here, so yeah. So now we can keep going finally. That's awesome. So what next? I might actually hook up the steering, then hook up the linkage, and then look into the mesh plate as well. Got this Barlow mesh plate. So what did we get done? I hooked up the new receiver to the new radio. Here it is here. Let's have a look. What did I just press? that's all hooked up. What else did I do? That was pretty simple. Then I fitted this mesh plate. Again, it was a bit of a hassle because this is a standard housing, not made for the Bartolone plate. So I pretty much drilled, tapped a hole. Then I had to Dremel out a bit of material, a bit of the housing to allow a little spacer. I don't think you'll be able to see it. Not really, no. So anyway, there's a space in between this and the housing because there's a bit of a gap there. I didn't want this plate to flex over with the pressure. So that was the hardest part, was trying to find a spacer to fit that, but other than that it was pretty easy. And now I'm about to fit up the linkage. That should be pretty simple. Brakes, linkage, and then onto exhaust and the intake. Okay, we'll make some good progress today. Sort of come to a sort of a halt at the moment because I'm not too sure how this pipe mount goes. This pipe here. I've tried multiple things. I'm not too sure how this bracket is meant to sit down here. It's got a pretty extreme bend on it for some reason. I'm not sure what that goes around. It's not going around the chassis because the chassis is not that thick. And plus, it's got to go that way because it goes, the pipe sits like that. So this bracket has got to be that way somehow. And it's sort of, when the pipe's down here, it's too far away from that hole as well, so not too sure. Gonna have to get hold of Shano. That's his old pipe. See how he mounted it. And I don't know, worst case I can always make a new bracket. I've done this plenty of times in the past for the Bahas, made new brackets for the pipes. So yeah. So I put the this is the one. That's what I was talking about. The Turtle Racing air filter relocator. I've had this in the past and I've gotten rid of it because thinking Crazy Stew is better, but this does not affect the cage. You don't have to cut the cage, you don't have to muck around, nothing. It just fits on as it should. So it looks good too. So other than that, I'm done. I've just got to work out this pipe. Maybe a few adjustments in the steering and the throttle. I'm going to put the shock covers on this. I've got them over there. Yeah, it should be good to go. So it's getting late now. It's getting cold again. So I'll just wrap this up and hopefully work out this pipe bracket